Hey everybody, Z Garcia here. Today I'm taking a look at a tiny card game of set collection and sneakery. This is Rat Attack Party. In this game, you are going to be rats, I guess. I think you are, and you are collecting food. It's a set collection game in which you are grabbing cards from the table, sometimes switching cards so you can get a better card earlier, and then making groups of 3 of the same color, cashing that in, scoring victory points, right? It's a very simple game, very straightforward game. This is from Michael Schott, who is a very good small card game designer. Okay, he's a master of these kinds of games, and he hasn't done one in a while, so I was very excited about this one. Turns out this is kind of a reworking of a previous game of his called Gold. Never heard of it? It's okay. Not a whole lot of people have probably played that one, so let's not worry about it. Let's go ahead and jump into this one. I'll show you how it looks, how it plays. I'll see you on the other side. To begin the game, we're going to give each player one of these cats, and they all have to be different at the table. So we have 3 players here set up. We're going to shuffle up the deck, reveal 5 cards, and put a face-down card next to that. This is the protected bench. And then another 5, and that is going to be the active bench. On your turn, you are going to do one of 2 things. You are going to either take a card or exchange a card. If you take a card, it must be from the active bench, and you have to take the lowest card there, lowest number. So if I'm starting and I want to take a card, I would take this one, put it in front of me. I'll be arranging everything in front of me by colors. If I want to do an exchange, then I have one of 2 options. I can exchange a food for a lower valued food, the same type or different, doesn't matter. Or I can exchange a food for a cat. A cat's going to jump up on that bench and take that food. When that happens, if I do this, then the protected bench is going to switch to the one that was just attacked by a cat, right? So this person here is going to run over to that one, and now we've got this protective bench, or rather this available bench, okay? And if let's say I did that, this player's going to go. They now take from here. If they choose to just take a card, they can take one of these 2 because they are the lowest ones. So they'll take a card, it'll go over to that player who is going to take a card. Again, it has to be one of the lower ones. Comes back to me. I could take this one. It goes back to that player. This player might switch one. So they might say, take this one here and leave the cat in its place. And again, this character now runs up to protect that bench. This one's available. Next player is going to go. They are going to switch that, and again he runs down to that bench, comes back over to me. I'll take this cat because it's the lowest card there. Goes over to this player. This player's going to take this card here, and if you have an empty bench, then you refill it. That's the only time you refill a bench. This is going to continue back and forth. Now, whenever a player, let's say, could I make this happen fairly quickly? I think so. I'll do this. Yeah. So if I do this, and I switch, I have this cat steal that food. He's going to run up here, and now I am going to score. As soon as you have 3 of any one kind, you score them, the same color, okay? That includes cats of a color. I'm going to be banking these cards, and these are the victory points at the end of the game. Once all the cards have run out, then you count your score pile and see who has the highest total. The cats, of course, are -2 points. So I'm going to score all this, but besides that, when I score a set, I'm going to steal a card from someone else. It has to be a color I don't have. That includes the color that is being scored, okay? So I could, for example, steal from this player over here this card. I put that on my bench, and I score these, and we continue going until all the cards have run out, until everyone has scored a bunch of cards. Then you pull out that score pile, you count it up, and you see who the winner is. That's all there is to it. That's the game. Let's go ahead and talk about it, all right? I'm going to start right at the top with the theme. It's okay. It's sort of Ratatouille-esque, right? I will say, I think this theme and this package overall is a much nicer package than the original version of this game, that game called Gold, okay? And that's the last time I'll mention it because it super doesn't matter. But this is better finalized. It's prettier, it's more accessible, it's a little better mechanically speaking. Michael Shot does have a co-designer, Stefano Negro, on this one, so there you go. But yeah, the theme's okay. It's completely, it's very inoffensive, right? I mean, it's one of those themes you'll look at some of the cute artwork and some of the ideas and go, and then move on, play the game. The aesthetics are very nice. I think the graphics are clean, they're simple, they pop. You have no questions whatsoever what it is you are looking at a glance. And the card quality is also very good. These are high quality cards. They have nice linen finish, a good snap to them. These are great cards. It works very well. That's what you want in a little card game like this. The highest quality cards you can get, these are near that. Now, the replay value. It's okay. The game's going to play largely the same way. It has a nice sort of... The first, let's say 5 games will have a nice discoverability to them, right? Where you'll discover, ooh, I can mess with the timing of a couple of things if I don't just grab this card, but instead switch one back. So that the math now leaves 4 cards on the table, and I will likely, based on how many people are at the table, end up getting a fresh, banquet of cards. Again, this is, I'm really extrapolating here possible strategy. The game's super light, and therefore the replayability is okay. The game arc is pretty good. I enjoy the way the game flows, because you're off and running right away. You are going to have, yes, those little moments of getting a brand new display, and you go, ooh, what can I do? Okay, I'll grab this, I'll grab that. And you do have to wait, because of the ebb and flow of having to wait for the bench to dry out before you get 5 new cards. Then you do have those little moments. So I enjoy the way it works. This is also very much a sit down and chat while you are playing a little card game sort of experience. That's what it's for. The ease of play. Very easy to play. You have to remember to steal a card. It happens a decent amount that, if you're not like a young kid who's on top of stealing the other player's cards, you might forget to do that when you're scoring. You'll score your 3, put them in your score pile, and then, half a turn later while the other player's going, you're like, oh wait, I gotta steal one. Hold on, let me take one. So make sure you remember that part of it. But other than that, the game is dead easy. Great rule book also. No ambiguities, nothing like that. Lastly, tactics, luck, strategy. Again, this doesn't get a thumbs down, but it's right down the middle here. Yeah, there's luck, of course. Tons of luck. But there is the player interaction of having something stolen, of making sure you take a card that somebody else might have wanted. A little bit of that push and pull, that give and take. Some choices, certainly. A little denial from the other players, that can be fun. But the game is light. Very, very light. Does that make it a bad game? Absolutely not. This is a fun game. It's a neat little filler. You throw this thing in your pocket. It's that small, right? Throw it in a bag, throw it in your pocket. Go over to a friend's house, play with them and their kids. This works for that sort of setting, So there you go. Overall, I think it's all right. I would not necessarily say run out and buy this one, but if you love Ratatouille, or you want to give somebody a gift, and you know that their favorite movie, or one of their favorite movies, is Ratatouille, this might be a good one for that, right? So this is going to get a 6 out of 10 from me. It's cute, but nothing to write home about. So there you go. Rat Attack Party. I'm Z Garcia. I'm going to see you on the next one.